You are now entering the Who's House podcast. Strap in for the ride.
Who's in my house today? The legend himself, Ice Cube. What's up, my guy?
Yeah. What's happening with you?
I mean, you sold 30 million records. I mean, you selling out arenas. You still want more, Ice Cube?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I'm still here.
I know you didn't come here without the record. That record snippet is amazing. I need that record.
Oh man, what was that? What was that?
I had a little chat with Busta Rhymes. And, he already gave me like some other input on that record. I mean, you know me. I'm like the Illuminati of the record business.
Well, you're going to get it first.
Yeah.
You're going to get it first.
When are y'all dropping that? The 18th?
Yeah, we're dropping on the 18th. I got a dope, crazy video that we shot, and we're going to drop song, video, everything on the same day.
That video looks crazy. You're like a pimp with an AK or something like that. What's going on? Do you explain? I mean, the snippet is wild.
The video goes with the records, with the lyrics. So once you hear it, you'll understand.
Who's the producer of that track?
EA Ski.
EA Ski did that track.
Yeah, one of the Bay's finest.
The heat is literally going on west right now with Kendrick and everything. This is a good time. Snoop is about to come out with Missionary.
Yeah.
Yours is coming out. I mean, are you mapping it out for the fourth quarter?
Yeah. It's coming out in November.
You know what's so cool about this situation, man? Like you being proof that these young kids out here need to slow their roll with arena sales. Like, you sell out arenas with no problem. It's 40 years in the business.
Yeah.
Why is it they don't understand that? They think because they got like 100 million streams, they think that, they got some TikTok gimmick going on that they could sell tickets. Like,
I don't know. Maybe it's, I think some of these dudes got a lack of mentors in the game. A lack of just people showing them how to navigate it and understand, when you're ready to do it and when you're not.
Is that why that's why you called it Man Down? That's the title?
No, it's called Man Down because, when you listen to the overall record, it's just talking about a lot of themes that's going on right now. And, I feel like the alpha male hasn't
it's a wrap.
taken his place. He's been sitting on the sideline or like too fucking sensitive and shit, or like worrying about feelings and all this kind of crazy stuff. Not other people's feelings, his own.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just way too beta right now.
I was gonna, out here, all the fake bags is out here. I was gonna get you like a purse. All the guys are rocking purses in hip hop now, man. They got the fake purses downstairs. The Africans got them, man. If you want one, that's a new style, man.
You can have all the purses. Waiting for you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You have your own swag. It's always been like the West Coast, like classic swag. You ever like experimented like in your career, like with all the wild stuff they do in Paris and the way people be wearing big clothes, and you see Kanye West be having like garbage bags on and shit like that. You don't fuck with that shit.
Nah, I'm gonna just be myself. You know what I
mean?
Cool. Just let the chips fall where they
I can't see Ice Cube walking around with a garbage bag, like.
No, you can't.
Or a mask.
You can't.
Like,
no.
That's the new thing now. They got the mask. They cover the face and all that.
I mean, the mask is kind of cool.
You see, that's the LA in you right there, man.
But yeah, some of this fashion is it ain't hip hop to me. When rappers start bragging about platinum plaques and who's gold and who's platinum and double platinum, this, that, and the other, and sound scan and worrying about number one. And
that was like a label thing back then, right? Only labels cared about stuff like that.
But it got into the artists too. It got into the music. You can listen to the music and everybody is talking about what they did in the business. And before, the music was about the music, about the culture, about what's going on in the streets. It wasn't so like, you personally went double platinum. Like, how could the fans give a damn about that? You know what I mean? That's a personal accomplishment, and I think some artists forgot about what they rapping for, who's listening, and who you trying to connect with, and talking about how much you got, how much you made, how much you what you doing in the record business is where it all started to go wrong.
Hey, this is DJ WHOO Kid. The NBA is finally back. A new season means new ways to get into the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. I mean, come on, man. Who's draining threes from beyond the arc? Who's crashing the boards and grabbing rebounds? Get behind your favorite players and the prop bets you can make on DraftKings, the home of NBA player props. This is your first time? New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Every point counts with DraftKings Sportsbook. You hear me? Every point. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Who's House. That's Who's House. That's me. That's code Who's House. WHOOSHOUSE for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours. You have a gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's also hard for artists to get into the DNA of the human being. Like, like I grew up with your music, and it kind of like defined how I live, like how I think, how I dress, or how I react to certain things. You don't get that anymore because we're getting it so quick. And I feel like the technology just like messed it up for these young kids out here. But they do respect, like, I mean, maybe you're lucky to be part of the era where the young kids respect that time zone where this is the guy that created all this hip hop stuff, like, all this movement.
Yeah, I think I give respect to the generation that came before me, who taught us how to do it in a lot of ways. So, it's only right for the youngsters to give respect to people in our era. We did records when you had to go to get an Ice Cube record. You had to go to the record store, find out when it was coming out.
Oh, wow,
so that's
yeah.
your first trip. Then on the day they come out, you got to go back, hope they still got some left. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was an adventure. You know what I mean? You go in, you buy the record. If you bought an album and you don't have no record player in your car, so you got to wait till you get home to even play it, Or you bought the CD and you played it on the way.
There's not even posters anymore. Is there posters anymore?
I don't know. Everybody is so digital. I think that's where, things became so disposable. But, you had to actually, invest time into going to get a record and listening to an artist. And when you invest that time, you want to invest time into what you bought, what you really is tangible. So it was a different relationship between artists and the fans, or the people that bought the music. Now it's so disposable. You don't have to go nowhere. You just click. Oh, I don't like that. Click.
See ya.
Off to another. Click.
I hate the fact that when they even click on it, if they see it has 1 million streams, like if it's like low, they won't even click on it.
Yeah, that's really getting you into being nothing but a sheep. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can't like it unless everybody like it. You know what I mean? I can't have my own style, my own flavor, my own taste. I got to be part of the herd. And with artists, fuck the herd. Do what you like.
Exactly.
Just do what you like. And then it makes it all very simple. Stop chasing. Stop chart chasing. Stop cloud chasing. Stop doing that. Do what you like and put it out. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. Then you don't have to overthink nothing, because right now, and I think, artists are really under siege in a lot of ways by technology. Guy don't like your verse, he can go in AI and his lyrics with your voice. You know what I'm saying? So,
how many AI joints you got out there?
who knows? AI. I mean, it's artificial everything.
I think I saw you and Celine Dion or something. Like somebody put y'all both together. I was like, what?
I mean, it's artificially stupid. You know what I'm saying? Artificial trash. You know what I'm saying? Artificial intelligence. Like, people are selling us this shit, telling us your intelligence is about to be artificial.
That's crazy, man.
You don't even have to do the work no more. You just tell the computer to do it for you. So artists, really, you respect the artist because of his choices. The choices he make. The choice to use that beat. The choice to use that singer, that hook, to say those lines at that time, to use that bridge. Those choices is why you like an artist. But if a computer is making those choices,
forget it. It's artificial.
You don't care. I don't want to hear, Prince, Michael Jackson fan. I don't want to hear no AI Michael Jackson, man. It sounds like eating plastic. You know what I mean? It's just.
You're living proof of making choices, and you see there's Kendrick Lamar's out there, J. Cole, Joey Badass. They took risks, but it took them like years to, like almost like 10 years to be like in the system, in the DNA. But a lot of these kids, they just want the quick cash, because now you could just get paid off of just some stupid one song.
It's the Wild West, man.
40 years, man. Like, Jesus, man. That I'm like 53, so me and you is like the same, man. I was around when there was no hip-hop.
Yeah, me too.
Listening to NXS and fucking Depeche Mode and shit. And now we're like here talking about this shit. Like, being alive to talk about this is a blessing, man.
It is. I started rapping 14 years old. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's I started really getting on about 15, 16.
Do you listen to these new kids out here, like Gunna or like like Drake and all these guys? Like, does Ice Cube listen to like Young Thug and like, I don't know.
I hear it. I don't know if listening is one thing, but if it's on, I'll rock with it.
Kendrick is doing Super Bowl. You stated in an interview that you wouldn't want to be like a guest. You would want to do it on your own. But if Kendrick wanted you to come, would you pop out? Being like a West Coast, I heard he's like, rumor is he's collecting all the West Coast legends.
I don't know. I mean, off my first instincts, I don't want to be a guest. Either I'm gonna do it or I'm not.
That's ill. Ice Cube wanted the whole historical dot.
Yeah,
like,
I was a guest at the Super Bowl. I've done Super Bowl events off to the side, like Super Bowl party, this, that, and the other, but I wasn't a guest. It was Ice Cube Super Bowl party. If you want me on the Super Bowl, Ice Cube Super Bowl. Crazy. I'll bring a guest, a few.
Yeah. This is like a hot boxing special. Mike Tyson. Any cool stories with Mike? I mean, I'm sure you and him ever interacted real quick. What's your experience with Mike Tyson?
Always been cool. I met him at the Boys in the Hood premiere.
He was there.
He was there. We did it in New York. We did one in New York. Did one in L.A. He was at the one in New York, and I just remember at that party, after party, he was just, man, he was talking to people greasy. Like,
really?
These reporters was trying to ask questions.
He was just like,
yeah, he was
the old Mike.
Old Mike. Yeah. I said, this motherfucker gonna go to jail. I was like, all right, Mike, go on over here to the peaceful part of the party. You know what I'm saying? We here to celebrate Boys in the Hood, man.
You follow boxing. What do you think about being 57, still kicking ass? I mean, I think only Mike Tyson could do that. You know, all the old heads need to chill.
Yeah.
Especially against Jake Paul.
Yeah, man. You know, the fight game is rough if you young. You know, so the fight game is rough. I can't tell nobody that they need to fight or they shouldn't fight. You know, it's just it's a individual decision.
Yo, I know you're tired of the Friday stuff, but you said it's in traction. Like, it's getting cracking.
I'm not tired of it. I always wanted to do it, get it done. Been trying to.
You stated you want to hurry up before because we're losing like so many like classic comedians out here.
For real.
Yeah,
you know, it's a few people that won't be in the fourth Friday, and it's just because corporate dragging their feet bullshit. You know?
Chris Tucker don't curse no more. Would that be like a weird situation for him to come back to Friday?
That motherfucker cussed.
He still curses?
Yeah, he cussed.
He said he found God and all that.
Yeah, right.
What?
He found God.
I saw him at some church. Like he ate all the bread. He was putting money in the basket and all that.
He going to repent.
We lost John Amos, man. Like that's a legend right there. I remember he was in Players Club, man. I forgot about that. He was that crazy cop in that shit, man.
Yeah, him and
that's a legend that we like. You know, I interviewed him a couple times, man.
Yeah, I was so happy that he agreed to do the movie because you know he's just one of those actors that you know you always admired. You know his ability. His his way of going about it. And so, you know, I was like, yo, if I get a shot, I want to go grab some of these OGs that I like.
Where were you at in the West when Roots was out? Did you watch Roots when you were young?
Yeah, I did.
So, you remember where you were at? Or
yeah, I was in my living room at the house.
Oh, really?
The whole family.
Were you like angry and shit? Like you were going crazy?
Well, it was just like, what is this bullshit? Like, why y'all didn't tell me about this part? Like, what's going on? Before Roots, we had never saw nothing like that. You know what I mean? As far as, you know, it was just a big-ass psych job they did with that. They took our favorite TV stars and shit and made them slaves and slave masters. You know what I mean? It was just, ABC need to be kicked in the ass for that to this day. For doing that to a whole generation, taking our favorite people, you know what I mean? Taking the Brady father from the Brady bunch, making him a fucking slave master. ABC. Come on,
let's get out of that before we get ABC, the Big Three. That's congrats on that. You know,
Thank
you going into it's about to be 8th season obviously next year. But how's it surviving all the hate and all the blocking and all the craziness, man?
Still
surviving
going.
It. Still going.
Still going. So it ain't stopping nothing.
What?
It's just hate.
Even though you give opportunities for like players that's out the league, and you have like you have like legendary like coaches and like sold out arenas, they still hating?
Of course. But I'm saying that hate ain't gonna stop us. It hasn't stopped us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the hate haven't stopped us. So we ain't gonna. I don't need to work with these dudes. I just don't need them to hate on what we doing. So if they gonna continue to hate, then we're gonna survive through the hate. You know, I mean, we know how to hate too. You know what I'm saying? We know how to hate on some shit. So.
I'm kind of shocked with that Caitlin Clark's situation with the millions you were gonna hit her off with. Like, you think that's political? Like,
of course,
they blocked her to do it.
Of course,
they're not making no money on the WNBA.
Yeah,
I know she got like sponsors.
Her agents have a lot of NBA players. You know what I mean? And they make millions with those players. They make hundreds of thousands with the women players. So they ain't gonna make the NBA mad to see, you know, Caitlin Clark or any other WNBA player make them millions. They're not about to buck the system to ensure that happens for the girls because they making so much money off the guys.
And then they stated that I guess viewership is gonna go down. She's not in the playoffs, man. I see you're smart to try to bring her into your world, but I just don't understand how that deal didn't go down. That's like 2 years, $10 million. Who the hell won't do that, man?
Well,
what the hell?
It's no longer on the table, so.
Oh, so it's no longer.
Yeah, it's just
see ya.
Opportunity that just came and went. So, you know.
Why don't you get Brittany, like Griner or somebody to come through? Like,
I mean, great player, but at the end of the day, it's all about impact.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
It's all about the bottom line in a lot of ways, and when it comes to what the other player brought to the table as far as sponsorships and viewership and ticket sales, and it was a whole shift in profitability with the first player.
Yeah, it's ill how they traded her with the Russian. Was that the Lord of War dude? You know, I DJ'd for that guy. That's how he got caught in America. I DJ'd his Sweet 16. The what's his name? Victor Bout, like the guy that traded him, like the Russian, like Lord of War, like he traded guns and.
Oh yeah, to get her out.
So they traded her with the guy that I DJ'd for, like.
Oh yeah.
That's how he got caught, because I DJ'd the Sweet 16 for him.
Oh shit.
And he snuck in America and went to the daughter's Sweet 16. That's how he got caught.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy? And then I see they're trading Brittany Griner for this guy. Like,
that is crazy.
America is crazy. Ice Cube's view on America before you disappear, man. Like, what is going on out here? Like, how are you maintaining, like, with this? I don't know. Is it a false reality? Is it? How are you going through the matrix, Mr. Ice Cube?
Just going with my gut. You know what I'm saying? Like, go with your gut. That's all you got. Your instincts. Can't believe too much out here. Everybody has special interests, and everybody has their own agenda, and they want to trick you or pressure you into rolling with their agenda instead of your own. So,
I mean, you see how the labels are breaking down and reality is setting in. So,
well, they just buying everybody's catalog so they can make AI music on their ass when they die, or in the future they're gonna have, they're just gonna be able to do AI of whoever they bought of the music. And right now they got their AI computers learning the people that they bought the catalogs from, so they can do artwork, have new pictures, have new music, all that. The computer gonna do it. It's gonna be artificial fun. It's gonna be artificial
no AI
banging.
in the next album.
It's an artificial banging album.
Definitely no AI in the new album, please. Guarantee that. I ain't gotta worry about that shit, right? No special effects, no ghostwriting shit, none of that bullshit. You don't believe in that ghostwriting stuff, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, let's get that clear.
I think that's messed up the game. Yeah. Especially you got. So let's go back to artists bragging on the plaques and shit they got, and they didn't even write the shit.
Holy shit.
So you bragging on a record by committee.
Oh shit!
It's just real. Like that's why the game is twisted.
Imagine you found out Jay-Z never wrote his shit. Like, you would look at him so different.
You look at everybody different when you find out they don't write this shit. Yeah, in hip hop, it's like you're an MC or you're a vocalist. Which one?
Let's figure that out, everybody out there, man. I'm so happy you came through, man. You're a blessing to hip-hop, man.
Thank you, man. You are, too.
Yeah, I mean, if I want to feel gangster, I just turn on some of your joints. Just start smacking everybody out here.
You ain't got to smack nobody, man.
I'm smacking everybody.
Go with the feeling. You ain't got to touch nobody.
Let's fucking go, man. Let's fucking go. Ice Cube, man. We out, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the new Houdini/Dro collab. It's the best new weed strain out there.